Greetings to all who thirst for financial knowledge. Today's conversation revolves around the marginal cost of funds-based lending rate, often abbreviated as MCLR. The marginal cost of funds-based lending rate is a method by which the minimum interest rate for loans is determined by a bank. This rate is based on the marginal cost for the bank to borrow, as opposed to the average cost. A crucial point to note is that this method was introduced by the Reserve Bank of India in April 2016 to replace the base rate system for new borrowers. Diving deeper into the workings of this concept, the MCLR is determined by four main components. These are the marginal cost of funds, negative carry on account of cash reserve ratio, operating costs, and tenor premium. The marginal cost of funds is the novel element in this method. It refers to the incremental cost of borrowing an additional unit of funds. This is calculated as a mixture of the cost of borrowing and return on net worth for banks. Next, negative carry, on account of cash reserve ratio, is the cost that banks have to bear while holding reserves with the Reserve Bank of India. It's important to note that the banks do not earn any interest on these reserves, hence the term negative carry. The third component, operating costs, are those associated with providing the loan product. These include the costs of raising funds, but do not incorporate those costs which are recovered through service charges. Lastly, the tenor premium is the cost attached to long-term loans where the money is blocked for a specific period, and banks cannot take advantage of future interest rates. Now you may wonder why MCLR is so essential. Well, it reflects the bank's actual cost of funds and gives a more transparent picture of the lending process. It provides borrowers with a more realistic and dynamic interest rate as it changes with the change in cost of funds for banks. The MCLR method also encourages banks to raise funds from various sources, which ultimately leads to a reduction in the cost of funds. This method also promotes competition among banks, leading to better services for customers. To encapsulate the key points discussed today, the marginal cost of funds-based lending rate is the minimum interest rate determined by a bank for lending. It is based on the marginal cost of funds, negative carry due to cash reserve ratio, operating costs, and tenor premium. The MCLR method brings transparency to the lending process, provides a realistic interest rate, and promotes competition among banks. In conclusion, understanding the marginal cost of funds-based lending rate and its components not only broadens your financial knowledge, but also helps you make more informed decisions when borrowing money. So, the next time you're considering a loan, remember to pay attention to the MCLR. And with that, our exploration of MCLR comes to an end. It's been quite an enlightening journey, hasn't it? Until next time, keep expanding your financial horizon.